At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Amazon Fall Favorites are here to make you say, woo! With low prices on home, woo! Beauty, woo! And fashion brands like Amazon Essentials. Woo! So hold on to your pumpkin spiced whatevers and save on fall favorites at Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
Welcome to the Men's Room Appy Hour, broadcast exclusively on Odyssey. Let the shenanigans begin.
Oh, but Charles, welcome to the Men's Room Appy Hour. Episode number 30. Thank you for joining us exclusively on the Odyssey app. We made it to 30 episodes, and the podcast is still available to you.
The dirty 30.
This has been a busy-ass week, as it has been.
There's just news coming from left and right. Most of it good. Like one of the big things, for me, the porta potty. I don't know why I'm so excited about this, but I am. Because it was just kind of a joke. Then we just kept, because I like the alliteration, and then we find out that the guys at Honey Bucket are going to hook us up with a porta potty. Now, with that in mind, first thing I did was reach out to my wife, you see, and she's going to make each of us a custom porta potty T-shirt. Now, she was not excited about this because this is what happened. We found out
she doesn't realize your genius, Steve.
I didn't. So the kids were off yesterday, Halloween, so they got dressed up Wednesday for school. And my son, last minute, decided to be Curious George because his buddy's going to be the guy with the yellow hat.
Nice.
All right, so
that works.
Right, it works out. So I get home, and my wife, we did not have a Curious George costume as I went to work, but we had one when I got home, including a shirt that said Curious George. And I said, where did you get the shirt from so quick? And she said, well, on the computer printer, there's this paper stuff you can buy that transfers your stuff to an iron-on. Did not know that.
Okay.
So then I find out about the porta potty, and I'm like, ooh, I want to get T-shirts, right? But there's no way to get them made. And then I'm like, that's right. My wife has this iron-on crap that she can do. So I called her, and I said, hey, babe, you said that you can, like, transfer crap to an iron-on for T-shirts. She cuts me off and goes, what do you need? And how many? Yeah. So, well, I'd really like a shirt that says porta potty. So already she hates me. So she says, okay, now here's the problem with my wife, right? She does not want to do this. She thinks it is very stupid.
But this is like a toy for her.
And both of these things are true. But she's super anal because she went to art school. She knows design.
Sure.
So, like, I just wanted a cheap T-shirt. It's iron-on.
Sure.
Porta potty. That's it. Well, now I need to get a hold of your fonts. I'm like, what? So I got to go to Castle. We got to find the font. I'd send them to her. I'm going to tweak these fonts a little bit, and I want you to give me your opinion on the color of the... I mean, it's like this whole thing. So it stopped being fun. Then she's like...
Stop being
well, I know it will be. God bless her. But I'm like, but we could have just taken a Sharpie and written it. Like, really, it's not important. They're not actual shirts. It's important to her. So she has gone through great pains to get the text right. And then she wanted the logo of our beer. I said, well, for what? She goes, well, I want to put that on the back of the shirt so that it looks like... something important. Yeah, so it's not fun anymore, but I'll be very excited to actually wear the shirts.
When I was a kid, it wasn't that we were starving by any stretch of the imagination, but we moved to a different house. It was a bigger house. My stepfather He was just starting out his practice, and the house was kind of a stretch, so to speak, as far as the monthly. Sure. So for a while there, they've always been kind of frugal, but that was really a frugal time. So we did go to, we still did the things we used to do. We go to Ocean City with a family every year, and Ocean City had these T-shirt shops, right? So what you would do is if you didn't find the T-shirt that you wanted, you could find the iron-on stuff, and you could take that, and they would custom make
right there
your T-shirt, whether it said Dr. Zog sex wax on it or whatever you wanted. You pick out the shirt.
You mess with the best, you die like the rest. That's the first one I got, third grade.
There was iron-ons going down the sleeve and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so, but at the time, my stepfather knew a guy who ran a discount clothing store outlet, all right, called Gabriel Brothers in Morgantown. He could get T-shirts for like $2 or $3.
Good. Yeah, there's a reason they're discounted.
So my stepfather would say, look, you just buy the iron-ons you want, and then when we get home, your mom, we'll get a T-shirt or two, and your mom, because it was only like...
I mean, that makes sense.
It was only like $4 or $5 for the iron-ons. The T-shirt ended up being $25. He was just
exactly.
Like, look, hey, man, that's a lot of money back then. You know, your mom was going to iron on. So we get home, and like the first year, it was a Kiss iron-on, right?
Nice.
And I mean, it's not centered. It's all fucked up. It's smudged. It's like it's got an angle to it. Right. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, she's like, well, I stretched it out, and I looked, and I measured, and I'm like, you're buying T-shirts from a place that all these things are off. They're off.
They fucked up a T-shirt.
These are secondhand. There's a reason these aren't being sold someplace because either
what do they call it? Irregular.
Irregular. Thank
irregular.
You. So something's fucked
as
up
opposed to wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So like whenever she couldn't do this. So the next year, I can't remember what it was. I got like a long sleeve shirt.
Plus for your parents, it's like, it's close enough. But for the kid.
It's devastating.
It's right. And then when you go to school, everybody's like, nice shirt, Montgomery.
So I don't know, so I had that shirt, but I still loved it. I was still appreciative of my mom and all that. And like anything else, your parents does your laundry or they do your laundry. And I go to put my Kiss shirt on. This is probably like a month into it or whatever. And I wore it every week or whenever it was clean. And it just says is. Because the K had come off and it was working on the I. Like the whole fucking thing is coming off on. So I'm like, but you could see where the K was. Like it was kind of like a cloudy where the K was kind of outlined, a little bit.
Is because of K.
Yeah, so I was wearing an is shirt, which became a piss shirt for all my friends. We'll just take a marker and write piss on it.
Yes.
But I was like, God damn it, can I just get because they have like the professional things, like probably like the key pad. Like you press the thing on there, it's centered, it looks good. The front, little logos where it's supposed to be up on your chest, not down by your fucking stomach like my mom did. Like all this weird shit. It's like, God damn it. Because I was so happy to have them like in the car and ride home. Like, I want to have a Dr. Zog sex wax T-shirt. Next thing I know, it's like on the side of my back.
Right.
The logo. I'm like, fuck. I mean, it couldn't look any worse. But I hope your wife knows how to iron these things on correctly. I'm sure she does.
Again, like I said, it started getting unfun. Even just sitting, I'm trying to watch TV last night. Now she comes in because she hasn't printed. I won't go through the whole thing, but
tell her to make one
the printed
not centered
text yet. And
for me, fuck.
But then she's debating with me about, well, if you want to do that, then the color should be this. And I kept saying, babe, it doesn't matter.
What color is the T-shirt?
So I was pushing just for black T-shirts. Then she had this big long explanation for why that was a bad idea. And after 20 minutes,
is that because of the fonts on the black and the white lettering?
But then we figured out that the way this thing works, when you print the text, it's not just the letters. There's kind of a border around them, all right?
All right.
Kind of like our rock logo up there.
Okay.
So there's a rock logo, but it is not a black rectangle. So when you iron it out, the black rectangle will be there. But she was not tracking with that, so I had to spend 20 minutes trying to explain my point for her to finally go, oh, I know what you mean. So in other words,
all right.
If it's not, she kept saying, well, it'll disappear. I said, but the background is not the part we're looking at. It's the letters. So a black background on the black shirt is fine if it disappears because the letters.
Yeah.
Still, but, okay, it makes sense to you. Is 20 minutes of couple speak.
Right.
Everything you're saying, like, no, this is what I'm saying. But she does not believe that that's what I'm saying. But we finally got around to that.
Well, still bring your piece of shit. I might wear that.
Now, that said, I don't know if it'll be a black shirt. Because by the end of it, I said, you pick what you think will look good.
You still have your piece of shit costume.
I do.
Bring that with you. I might wear it. Because I don't know, something happened to my urinal back there. It was on the floor, and I don't know if it was.
That's just not a bad call. Next to the,
I don't know if it was thrown away. I don't know. I mean, I looked like, who the fuck would take this? Thought maybe somebody was taking it for pictures or.
The urinal costume is gone.
It is gone.
It probably
was
got
right
thrown
behind my
away.
chair.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I saw it
guessing.
sitting. I mean, honestly, as somebody that used to clean offices,
It looks like foam packaging, kind of.
yeah, he might have just grabbed that and thrown it in
I
there and
guarantee
not
the
gave it a
cleaning
second
crew.
thought.
Exactly. Porta potty up. Jesus.
Porta potty.
Porter Party is tomorrow in Woodinville at the Black Raven Brewing, Saturday, whenever you're listening to this, from 4 until 8. It's absolutely free.
If you're listening to this Sunday, you missed the hell of a party yesterday.
We have the Ola Days on draft, and that's how it's going to be released just for the winter months, for the next couple of months. But it's flavored with grandma's rum balls, orange peel, vanilla, chocolate. Comes in at 7.5 APV. So this is
Grandpa's rum balls sounds like you have a drunk grandfather.
Well, it should be grandpa's rum balls.
Granddad makes rum balls.
Why can't they be granddad's rum balls?
Because you know what kind
Because
of
you
man he
know,
was.
it's like, look at the smile on your face.
Yeah.
That's why they
Way
say.
too damn
I'm
excited.
changing it.
You're changing it.
Granddad's famous rum balls.
Maybe it was Mike's grandma that made him.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
Grandpa's
You don't know
famous
that. Bo.
balls
Yeah.
of the rum
Right,
variety.
yeah, Bo's, yeah.
It's literally could have been one of their grandmas. Can't just change it to make a
Oh, you mean
testicle
from a
job.
brewery?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel real bad. Like, hey man, it's my fucking grandmother,
Is he
dude.
dipping his balls in my beer? Grandpa's rum balls.
seasoning it for you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I stick my dick in some Cap Morgan and drop it right in your beer. Stir it around.
As soon as
Grandpa's
you
rum
said,
balls.
I mean, you turned into the Joker. You're like, why not? Grandpa's rum balls. That smile could. I was like, well, that's why.
Sounds like Ted telling his own joke on late night.
God damn it! I was so proud of that joke on Wednesday too, man.
People cheered you on the text
margarine
line.
joke. It was just tough to get out.
Margarine
But like, you got to bet when I'm typing that, I'm like, oh, I got these fuckers.
This is genius.
This is great.
Goddamn genius.
I should write.
Well, because that's more like a joke,
Right.
as opposed to like sitting here improvising during the show. So yeah, it's harder for me to read like jokes that I've written because you're right. I just start laughing.
It is fun to watch that though. It's fun to know which ones are yours because you can tell there's so much pride in your voice and in your face as you're reading them. It's like, yeah, Ted likes this one.
I think I don't think we're going to get the list. We might by the end of this afternoon, but if not, hopefully we'll have it for you next week. As far as the other locations, they said about 50.
Yeah.
In the area, so your first chance to try it technically is Saturday tomorrow from 4 until 8, and then
baby.
hopefully next week we'll have the location list. We're putting it in all the tried and true places. Basically, just think of it this way: if we've had a world tour stop, the beer is most definitely going to be there. So if you're Tony V, I'm just assuming this, but we'll have the complete list. But I think that's part of all this.
I know
plan.
Suzanne over at 884
Yeah.
pre-order.
She was on it quick.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Give me some of your grandma's rum balls.
The Olafs. I know Mike's put in an order for it. Mike's.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Amazon fall favorites are here to make you say, with low prices on home, beauty, and fashion brands like Amazon Essentials. So hold on to your pumpkin spiced whatevers and save on fall favorites at Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Chili Parlor in Ballard. So hopefully we'll have a place near you if you can't join us tomorrow. But that's maybe next week or so.
Or just join us tomorrow. Just do that.
Huskies are on too.
What time?
4:30.
4:30?
Oh, perfect.
They announced that. They announced that time last week. I was sitting there with a buddy, and I went, "Fuck." He goes, what? So I was like, I was hoping to get in some tailgating before our work.
Are you?
event.
Is it
a brewery, man?
But 4:30 does not. I was like, it's the same time we're doing our thing. I mean, we'll watch it there hopefully. But yeah,
Anybody thinking about going to the guy that emails in all the time that says the
French onion soup
the
stuff?
French onion soup guy? Is that worthy of a lunch?
Is it a Hollywood
stop?
diner?
wow, you got to go. He is emailed in specifically for
I know.
you.
Oh, I know. Well, he's more on Steve because Steve always talks
Don't
about.
throw me under the
no,
bus,
the French,
man.
You're the French
I
onion
know,
soup king, and he
I
said,
know.
"I've got the best," and that's why he emailed it in. I did look at the menu at the time, and I was like, "That place looks pretty."
It does
legit.
look legit, yeah.
It looks a little too fancy to walk in. Ted has a roll of toilet paper, but it is close enough
I'm not dressing up.
to Halloween. You know.
Hell no.
Don't
gonna be
turn
after
this into that guy listens to our show. Don't turn this into a Red Lobster thing.
Yeah.
I worked with him for 10 years. He's always talking about Red Lobster. Then I'm like, wait a minute, you've never been to one?
Never. It's always been a dream of mine.
A dream.
Been a dream.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, I
you
just
got
sit
a
down
real
and-
career. You're in your 50s.
I'm fucking here.
Go to a Red Lobster.
I have not been to an Olive Garden. I
But to say you still haven't been to an Olive Garden,
No,
have
I
you?
have not been to a Red Lobster.
Damn it, Miles.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of chains. I just haven't been to those.
We got to get you out there.
Never been to a
I say
Sonic.
it every year. You know what? End of the year, I feel like we always, we'll sit down as a show and go somewhere. Pick it, Red Lobster
Lobster.
or Olive Garden. Let's go to dinner.
Right. Yeah.
I might be down at the Bahama Breeze.
Actually, I was in.
Slagging, sipping daiquiri.
I was in Vindictive the other night.
December.
Getting wings downtown. I'm like, dude, we as a show, we all got to go down there. Steve and I'll pick up the tab.
Where?
What?
Vindictive. He can bring his credit card
Wait,
from
what?
his wife.
Hang on, what?
Let's just go down there one day and just eat wings, man, after the show and just
Hell yeah.
drink pitchers of beer. Do it right. I mean,
I'm in,
they
dude.
have pitchers of beer. So when I'm eating wings, man, there's something about a pitcher of beer that just changes the game.
Can
a
we
little
get
bit.
4 pitchers, please?
Yeah, right.
No
I mean,
glasses.
the service there is great. I mean,
Just bendy straws.
Yeah. You got
was
to
in
bend
there.
the straw.
Dude, I was in there on St. Patrick's Day. Or either the Saturday before St. Patrick's. I can't remember if it was actually. But yeah, we stopped in there, and it was early because we started out like 10 a.m. But like it was packed. Then there was a whole party upstairs that like I knew all those people. I didn't know they were going to be there. They were on their own bar crawl, and they're like, "What are you doing in here?" But like me and my buddies at this point, like and Keith, I was with Keith. He knows those guys.
Yeah.
But like that little side area, there's
Yeah.
not really tables.
Yeah,
So we're
it's just a big-ass television.
We're just sitting there with our bowl, like just hammering wings. Like Ted, what's up? It's like give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. They're so good.
They are really good wings though.
They're so good.
Because they used to do a pop up. Forget the name of the bar up on Capitol Hill when I lived up there. So like I would meet Keith and be like, we got to go up there. They're doing their wings this night or that night.
Okay. All right.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in for that, dude. Whether we're going to see a game or if we're just shooting.
You know
the
what,
breeze,
man?
I'm
You got
in.
you got to pay attention if you want to eat in this fucking town. I don't know if the food scene has just changed or whatever the deal. There's a guy in Wallingford that makes Detroit style pizza. Now, he's not open. There's no place to sit down. All right, you go to his website and you send him a note and tell him what you want on a pizza, and then you don't hear back from the dude. And then when he has the pizza, he just sends you an email and tells you when to pick it up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that does not work for me.
Right.
I mean, like, pick it up from 4 till 6. Well, fuck. I ordered this pizza a month and a half ago. There used to be that place where, same kind of pizza, where I think Danny V and Steve Miggs wins, where you have to put in an order.
Moto.
Is that the one that's now in the stadiums?
So now they're in the stadium. But I think that guy did the same thing. Started out making
Yeah.
them out of his house or whatever.
Right. So when he first started out, if you wanted a pizza, like, it could be a month. I mean, that's how long the waiting
Right.
list was. I mean, it's a goddamn pizza. Like, why? Jesus Christ, I'm not waiting for vacation. Right. You know, and then you got to know that day to go get it.
Right.
It's like I took a steak out or whatever the deal is.
Dude, it's a known pizza place, right? But like during the pandemic, they weren't open. You could pick up pizzas.
All right.
So on Super Bowl Sunday, I had pre-ordered one, but my buddy Joe was driving down. I said, "Hey, go in there and get the pizza." I didn't think that'd be that big of a deal, right? It's already paid for. That like he calls me in a panic and he's like, "You got to talk to the guy." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "They will not release the pizza to me."
They won't release
They
it.
won't release the pizza.
No, and apparently there's like a line down the street. It's like
no.
piss and rain. So I'm like, no, that's me. Hang on. So I'm
Here's
having
my social
people.
security number.
Right, exactly. So like Mike's coming over. I'm trying to click, and I'm like, I gotta grab my credit card. And be like, oh, this, and that. Like, here's his name. Like, give him the fucking pizza.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Why is it so hard?
It's a pizza. Damn.
Well, look, I have a buddy that does morning radio in this town, so he knows all those fancy little spots. But he could go pick up a random pizza at 1 p.m.
Yeah. Most fucked up thing I've ever seen as far as the restaurant goes. There's a place in Lakewood I go to all the time called Captain Crab.
Yep.
And so we order food. We're at the bar, and the bartender, who I've not seen give any food to anybody at this point in time, he says, yeah, your food will be out in a minute. I wasn't paying any attention. This robot comes around out of the fucking kitchen.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just, yeah, exactly. Right behind us. I'm like, what in the fuck is that? I just thought, my God. Like kind of pushes the food a little bit up, like, take the plate, I'm just like...
Is that an Asian run joint?
Yeah, I'll be...
Because I've only seen it at sushi.
Okay. I've read about that.
And there's a spot down in Tacoma, if I'm not mistaken, that actually it has the little sushi robot.
But you turn around, he's right there, like blinking and shit, like R2-D2.
Got a little smiley face.
But he's got like crab. It's so fucking weird. You're like, thanks, bro.
Hey, dude. I've seen robot buses. Bussers, rather. I forget which restaurant I was at. I think it was in Vegas. But they just had a little, same thing. That little robot was just buzzing around, and it would just sit at a table and wait for a server, waiter, waitress, whoever, come by, load up the little deal, and then they just hit a button and just turn around.
Someone's going to take a viral video where they just get in an argument with this guy and beat the shit out of him in the middle of the restaurant. Beat the robot.
I feel those robots are safer. Like Amazon for a while, in my brother's neighborhood in Northern Virginia, they had those automated kind of little robots that
I've heard of those.
That would deliver
food.
food.
They have them valid.
I hope it goes better. Like Chris would always send me pictures of that robot knocked over.
What did they think was going to happen? You got a robot with food, like, homie, I'm taking that food. And what are you going to do about it? Tip his ass over? And
you got to remember, these boxes in Ballard are only this big. Like, so even when you're because there's a lot of four-way stop signs in Ballard, all right? So even the other day I was over by the post office, and I'm waiting, there's a car going, and all of a sudden this fucking box starts going across the pedestrian walkway. And I'm looking, and I'm like, I gotta wait for this. What the fuck is this? And then I looked, and it says
Wait a minute,
Amazon
they're out on the streets now?
Oh yeah, in Ballard, yeah, they deliver in Ballard, and they're fucking. You gotta wait for the goddamn box to. You're like, I'll be a motherfucker. That is the damnest thing I've ever
He's just
seen.
walking his way out there.
I don't know if they did that for food. I don't know if that's just their packages. I don't know if that's Uber Eats or whatever they're associated with. I know they got a food delivery app on the Amazon. Anyway,
dude, I had a delivery guy. I'll just say this. It was an older dude. He was just not happy, right? So I had ordered some beer, right? So you got to sign a thing. But first he shows up and he goes, I show him my ID. My ID obviously is Edward. Well, this is for Ted. Yeah, it used to be a common nickname. I've never heard of that.
Okay.
All right. Senator Kennedy, right? It's just like, finally I'm like, well, dude, it's my account. Like, I'm 43.
Right.
All right. And then you got to sign the phone, right? So he holds it like this. So naturally, I just kind of go to grab the phone so I could do it.
Yeah.
And he won't let go of it. And I was like,
okay.
Like, I would be like, you all right, man?
Yeah.
Like, why are we so tense?
good.
What happened to you the last time you delivered a 30-pack of Natty Light?
Somebody made off with a beer.
maybe he wanted a beer for a tip.
I don't know. It just was intense. Honestly, I didn't think he was going to give it to me at first. He was like, I don't know if I can give it to you. I'm like,
come on, man.
Come on. Like, look at the history.
Right.
Join us tomorrow for ice cold men's room Ola Days Porter from Black Raven Brewing. We'll see you between 4 and 8, and you can take a picture by a honey bucket.
Who says dreams can't come true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The men's room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Amazon fall favorites are here to make you say, with low prices on home, beauty, and fashion brands like Amazon Essentials. So hold on to your pumpkin spiced whatevers and save on fall favorites at Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Life can be hectic, and managing your mental health is more important today than ever before. That's why Mindful Therapy Group's mission is to take the pain out of finding a therapist. Whether you need talk therapy, psychological testing, even medication management, Mindful has you covered. Our mental health providers are here for you with both in-person and telehealth options to get you seen in as little as 48 hours. Mindful Therapy Group also accepts insurance. Join us to start your journey to a healthier and happier you. Visit mindfultherapygroup.com to get started today.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.